All right, guys. Welcome to the Watchman's Post channel. I'm your host, Dub Post. I just want to come on again today and talk about some of the current events going on, some of the breaking news going on. Before I get started, I want to show you I'm live streaming right here on Twitter, which is on Periscope and on YouTube. So wherever you're following me, I want you to find this link right here. It's called Discord, and that's the app where I'm going to start having a discussion time after I cover some news, and you can be involved in my show, in the live stream show, and we can have discussions. I really am looking forward to hearing from you and having discussions and seeing what you can bring forward and sharing information. I've got the live stream. I mean, I've got the Discord app open right here on my desktop, and I've got a room set up right here, live stream room. Just click that link right here, and you can find it if you're watching on YouTube. I put it in the descriptions, and I'll go back and put it in the comment after the comment section after the video's uploaded. And just click on this picture. It's a link, and if you're on you can see the little picture. If you're on a computer, there's a program you can download, or tablet, phone, whatever, and it'll take you straight to the same group. Um, just had it open for a few days now. Not many people, just some of the friends that I've had over the couple years now that have joined up, but still looking for anybody to come in, and it's something that you can use 24/7. Uh, Nobody's in there right now, but it's I'm gonna check at the end of my show and join in, and you can join in this room right here and talk to me about the things I'm covering or anything you want to talk about. Just a discussion period in the show. But that being said, I want to get into some of the news that's going on. Here's a tweet that just came out 17 minutes ago from the American Military News, and they said that the Pentagon has been sent poison ricin in the mail, and I've seen two different news agencies put this out already, and it just happened, and haven't even read it to see what all's going on with that, but that's happening today. But that's not exactly what I want to cover today. Uh, is something that also that's happened today, and here I'll start out with this one from Business Insider. They said that the U.S. just warned Russia that it would destroy banned Russian nuclear weapons. This is Business Insider, and they've got a second Twitter page set up called Military. Let's see if I can find it real fast. And all this is on my page. This here is my Twitter page right here. You can follow them, Military Defense Insider. So it's run by Business Insider, but it's going to be covering just war, military conflicts, and stuff like that. And there's the link, and you can open it up or search it out and find this article here. Excuse me, my sinuses are bothering me today. But it's covering this information that I want to talk about today. I'm going to actually read this one from Reuters. I read through it a little bit already, and I think this was a little easier to read. And it's also saying the same information. U.S. would destroy banned Russian warheads if necessary. NATO envoy. I'm gonna just casually read through this, and then show you reference information I've already pulled up, and then show you a biblical reference afterwards. And like I said, then if anybody wants to talk about it, you can go download that app and join me in the live stream room. Right now, there's nobody to talk to, so might not have the discussion today, but it's there if you want to join me now or next stream that I do. But anyways, it says Russia must halt its covert development of banned cruise missile system, or the United States will seek to destroy it before it becomes operational, Washington's envoy to NATO said on Tuesday. And this lady right here is the U.S. ambassador to NATO, Kay Bailey Hutchinson, and I've got her information pulled up right here. She's our representative to NATO, permanent representative, And NATO is a coalition of all our United States allies throughout Europe and what have you. And she's the one making this statement. And also there's another statement from the Secretary of General of NATO, and I'll read that one in a second. The United States believes Russia is developing a ground-launched system in breach of a Cold War treaty that could allow Russia to launch a nuclear strike on Europe at short notice. But Moscow has consistently denied any such violation. U.S. Ambassador to NATO Kay Bailey Hutchinson said Washington remained committed to a diplomat solution, but was prepared to consider a military strike if Russian development of the medium-range system continued. So this lady, representative, United States representative to NATO, is threatening a preemptive strike against Russia, hitting Russia, striking Russia, missile strike, or what have you, if they do not stop this. She's not threatening sanctions. She's not threatening, us violating the treaty as well. She's threatening a preemptive strike against Russia. That would definitely cause war with Russia. That would definitely be World War III. Pretty big news, I think. Just to give you a quick overview of everything. She said, at that point, we would be looking at the capability to take out a Russian missile that could hit any of our countries. Countermeasures by the United States would be to take out the missiles that are in development. So the countermeasures she's saying aren't going to be sanctions. The countermeasures aren't going to be, oh, well, we go against the treaty too. She's saying the countermeasures would be striking this Russian facility, hitting a Russian military base, basically. Like I said, that it doesn't matter who you are. That's World War III. That's war with Russia. She added that they are on notice. The Russian Foreign Ministry was not immediately available for comment. In the past, it has said it is ready for talks with the United States to try to preserve the treaty and would comply with its obligations if the United States did. The comments by Hutchinson, who was appointed to the NATO post by the U.S. President Donald Trump, are the most direct warning of a preemptive strike. Preemptive strike, guys. That means we're going to hit them first. That's the threat anyway. Not saying it's going to happen. She's just threatening to hit them first. Since a U.S. official said in 2017 the United States would consider its own system if Russia continued to violate. So there's, another, statement saying that we might also, violate this treaty as well. If you continue to violate it, we'll just pretend like it's, it doesn't exist, which would be a lot better than a preemptive strike, wouldn't it? The treaty bans medium-range missiles capable of hitting Europe or Alaska. The United States and Russia celebrated its 30th anniversary in Geneva in 2017. So they're giving you a little bit of backstory. But the same year, the United States Department report found Russia had violated obligations not to possess, produce, or flight test a ground-launched cruise missile within the range capability of 500 kilometers or 5,500 kilometers. 310 to 3,417 miles, or to possess or produce launchers of such missiles. The U.S. accusations are likely to further strain relations between Moscow and the West that are at a low over Russia's 2014 seizure of Crimea. So we're already at bad relations with them over Ukraine. Excuse me, and they're saying that this is going to definitely make things worse. Its bombing campaign in Syria and accusations of Russian meddling in Western elections. So lots of things have got us having bad relations with Russia right now, and this is just going to add to the already strain that we have. We have been trying to send a message to Russia for several years that we know they are violating the treaty. We have shown Russia the evidence that they are violating the treaty, Hutchinson said. We are laying down the markers so that our allies will help us bring Russia to the table. U.S. Secretary of Defense Jim Mattis said he would discuss the issue with his NATO counterparts at a scheduled two-day meeting in Brussels Wednesday. I cannot forecast where it will go. It is a decision for the president, but I can tell you that both on Capitol Hill and the State Department, there is a lot of concern about this situation. And I'll return with the advice of our allies and engage in that discussion to determine the way ahead, he told reporters in Paris. So that's the gist of that article. I've got a video pulled up that just came out by RT. I'm gonna play that and try to mix things up a little bit. But listen to it for yourself. Here it goes.
US ambassador to NATO has threatened Russia with preemptive engagement over some of its missiles. The official claims Washington could strike to take them out, as she says they're in breach of a Cold War-era treaty.
The countermeasures would be to take out the missiles that are in development by Russia in violation of the treaty.
Well, let's get more on this. Nikki Aarons across this breaking story. What's behind the ambassador's pretty bold and, let's face it, aggressive statement here?
Well, it's essentially a warning from Moscow. The US envoy to NATO, Kay Bailey Hutchinson, has said if Russia does not put a stop to its covert development of a banned cruise missile system, then the US will seek to destroy it before it's operational. The US believe that Russia is working on a ground launch system that would have the ability to launch a nuclear strike on Europe on short notice. Now, the development of such a system would be in breach of a Cold War treaty. This is the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty. It's an historic accord. It was signed by President Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev in 1987 and was a crucial step in bringing an end to the Cold War. Now, while Ambassador Hutchinson said that the US favours a diplomatic solution should any situation arise, she also added that America is not against moving forward with developments not allowed by the treaty right now. We can hear more of what she had to say.
Getting them to withdraw would be our choice, of course. But I think the question was, what would you do if this continues to a point where we know that they are capable of delivering? And at that point, we would then be looking at a capability to take out a missile that could hit any of our countries in Europe and hit America in Alaska.
Now, the Russian ministry has yet to respond to these latest comments, but it's not the first time such accusations have been made, and Moscow has consistently denied any such violations. Meanwhile, NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg has also weighed in. He's spoken of concerns for what he calls Russia's lack of respect for its international commitments. But such finger-pointing, we should point out, is nothing new when it comes to violations of this treaty. Reports in the Telegraph almost a year ago claimed that the US is already developing its own ground-based cruise missile in breach of the historic accord.
All right, so that's the video, and you can see RT's made a video, Reuters has already put out a report, Business Insider's put out a report. So this is just breaking today. This is the news today, and it's pretty serious. So again, what they're saying is, I pulled up some more information here, and this is on my my Twitter page. You can scroll down and find this, but I opened up another tab and it's already scrolled down. What they're threatening is a preemptive strike. We strike Russia first because of this violation. It's been stated today. Now, this is a different gentleman. This is Secretary General to NATO. So the lady was a United States representative to NATO, and this is the Secretary General of NATO. And I pulled up his information right here. Secretary General of NATO, and you can see these guys aren't the people at your local flea market. These are, the most powerful people in the world, representing the United States, representing the NATO alliance, and his name is Jens Stoltenberg. Then this is Wikipedia, and you can pull up his information there. But he made the statement. He warns the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces INF treaty. This is the treaty that they're saying that Russia's violating. And if you watch that video I just showed from Russia saying that we're violating it too. The treaty is in danger because of Russia's actions. All allies agree that the most plausible assessment would be that Russia is in violation. It's urgent that Russia addresses these concerns. So this is what the Secretary General of NATO said, and I just showed you what our representative Kay Bailey said, and she's the U.S. representative to the NATO. This guy here is a, let's see, you could just hover over the name and it shows he is a reporter for at Foreign Policy, national security reporter. So, and he's got a verified check. And this was one of the first ones that I seen tweet this out. He says, U.S. Ambassador to NATO, Kay Bailey Hutchinson, issues the most direct warning of a preemptive strike against Russia I've tracked in over a year. So he's saying, I personally watched this stuff. He's a, verified reporter for Foreign Policy. And he's saying this is the most pronounced warning of a preemptive strike he's ever seen in the past year or so. Big news. Everybody's talking about it. Just broke. You'll see more and more of this later on today and probably throughout the week if they're not distracting you with some court cases, which is all in the news. But that aside, I wanted to kind of double down on the information that they're talking about. So what more are they talking about? They're talking about, and you can see in this Business Insider, this missile system right here. What is this missile system? Why is it so important? This is called the 9K720 Iskander, and that's Russian. In NATO, we call it the SS-26 Stone, so it's probably easier for us to say. But this is the missile system that they're talking about, and they're saying it has the ability to put a nuclear warhead on the top of it, along with other things. And this is Wikipedia. This is the free encyclopedia. You can look it up for yourself, ISKANDER, and read through this and get more information on it. But this is the cruise missile system that they're concerned about. It's not a new system. They're saying that they're working on it. I guess they're advancing the range on it. And the real problem is, and you can find it in this Business Insider article, which I'm not going to bore you to death and read another one. I'm just going to show you the information. That this is Kaliningrad, and Russia, amazingly enough, this is I don't have to tell you that. Moscow, Russia has set up base here in Kaliningrad, and they're considering it right here. If you look over to the side, a Russian exclave, not an enclave, but an exclave, and they've got a base there, and they're saying that Russia has put these Iskander missile systems here, and it's like halfway in the middle of Europe, on this northern side, and I didn't pull it up, but you can find more information. It has a long range, and they're able to send this missile out and hit most of Europe from this Kaliningrad area that they've set up, and that's the concern. They're saying they put these Iskander missiles out here, and that they have the ability to nuke half, if not all, of Europe. That RT was saying that they have the ability to hit all the way to Alaska from here. I guess maybe over the North Pole or something. So that's what they're talking about. They're worried that Russia has set these missile systems up in Kaliningrad, and that they're going to be able to nuke Europe, and they're saying that the biggest statement from all this is that if they don't do something about it, that they're warning that the United States and NATO may do a preemptive strike on the Russian bases in Kaliningrad and hit them first in Kaliningrad, which would obviously start a war with Russia. So that's the bulk of everything. Like I said, I showed you Business Insider, Reuters, showed you who these people are, Kay Bailey and Jens Stoltenberg from NATO, and that's the statements that's being made today. Don't forget, they've also said that breaking today, there was ricin sent to the Pentagon, and we're waiting to see who they're going to blame that on, or who actually did it. If they have any information, who knows? Another poison attack, this time against the Pentagon. So that being said and put aside, that's the breaking news happening right now. Retweet that out, share that, read that, check it out for yourself. But as a Christian, as a watchman, my job is to show you what this has to do with the Bible. And here's a picture I've made a while back about Russia. In the Bible, in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 5, it says, "And behold, another beast second like unto a bear. And it raised itself up on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise and devour much flesh. And here it is. I screenshotted a little clip from the internet and show you the whole Bible verse. Not going to read it again for you. So, but basically, for those who have never read the book of Daniel, Daniel was a prophet of God, and he had dreams. God gave him dreams of these beasts. And here's somebody made a depiction of what Daniel's bear would look like. He also dreamed of a lion with wings, a 4-headed leopard with 4 wings, and a dragon. And if you read the rest of his dream, you can read about those as well. But most biblical scholars all agree, what the bear represents, and they all agree, that bear represents Russia. It doesn't matter if you go to TV and you watch the televangelist John Hagee's going to tell you the bear represents Russia. It don't matter if you like Billy Graham. It doesn't matter who you listen to. I haven't found anybody that disagrees. All the biblical scholars agree, which is really weird, that Russia is that bear. And then later on in the book of Revelations, John has a dream of the same beast, but in Revelations, it seems like something happened to the beast. Daniel's beasts were separate beasts, 4 separate beasts, but when John dreams about them thousands of years later, they become some kind of hybrid being, and they've all joined one body. And you can see right here, there's the head of the bear and the feet of the bear. And I'll read the Revelation verse for you of John's version. He said, And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear. So John's seeing these same beasts that Daniel's seen in a new way, and they're all morphed together. But again, obviously, in John's Revelation, there would be a bear, and that would still represent Russia. And personally, I think what's happening is, in Daniel's version, these are separate nations. And then in John's Revelation version, we have today the United Nations, and they're all considered, together. Each one of these would represent a nation, and they've all come together for the United Nations. Which the side note, the main headquarters for the United Nations is in New York, and they just had a General Assembly days ago. But the verse that Daniel's talking about talks about him raising up and devouring much flesh. And like I said, all the scholars agree that that's going to be Russia. So they're talking about war. And here we are today, breaking news, and the U.S. is threatening a preemptive strike on Kaliningrad, which I showed you is right here, if they don't do something about these missiles. Will they actually do something? Time will tell. It's the news. I'm not telling you that this is going to be the start of anything. It's the news. Whether you believe the Bible or not, this is what's happening. This is the news that everybody's talking about today. You decide for yourself. It's very concerning. This guy's taking it serious. He says it's the most direct warning of a preemptive strike he's seen in over a year. And he's a verified journalist for foreign policy, Business Insider, Reuters, or RT, which a lot of people don't take RT very serious, but they've got very good information too. So whoever you like, I follow stuff from all over. They're all saying the same thing. They're saying that this is very big news today. Let me check the Discord and see. Yeah, everybody's out to lunch today. But again, so this is the live stream room, and if anybody was in here, I would go into a conversation, but all my friends that I've got right now must be out to lunch. But like I said, if you scroll through and you find this link on my Twitter page, you can click this, download the app to your phone or your computer, and join us in this group. And if you were in here right now, you could talk to me, and we can discuss what you think about this, or talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. uh, news, dreams, prayer, whatever you want to talk about. Uh, but this is some pretty big news today. I hope you found this interesting, encouraging. I hope you see this not as a scary thing to be afraid of. I'm not trying to push fear on you. I'm trying to show you that we are living on the verge of, the end times, and that things are building up to revelations coming true in our day. Most Christians believe that, and that I take these things, these signs, as encouragement that Jesus is going to come back soon. So be warned, be encouraged, inform your friends, share this same information, share my Twitter page, share my YouTube channel, and please join our Discord and join the conversation next time, and let me know what you think about this. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. Um, but yeah, I hope you found this interesting today. And God bless you all in Jesus' holy name. Amen.